Okay, good afternoon, good evening, morning, evening, good night. Have a nice night depending on where you're watching from. It's another victory winning streak again for MAZI NNAMDI KANU, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, at the court today. Appeal court in Abuja. James Omotosho is tired of Nigerian government, legal team bringing flopped witnesses, masquerading around, telling all manners of lies as testimony. Testimonies without backing up with solid, documents is more or less, mercenaries. Yeah, paid by the federal government of Nigeria to nail an innocent man who has been 10 years now, for 10 years incarcerated, in one place, that is at DSS, let me say, facilities. It doesn't matter if he was, kidnapped in 2021. No, MAZI NNAMDI KANU case, was overstretched. For 10 years now, that man, young man, has been subjected to this kind of trauma by federal government of Nigeria. Federal government of Nigeria doesn't know what to do again over MAZI NNAMDI KANU's, case. Why? The winning streak began again at the appeal court in Abuja when James Omotosho has actually he made it clear, confidence with Nigeria legal or defense team when they have been coming out with masked men, masquerades, testifying without, document, without evidences, without tangible material evidence to back all their witness or testimony, So that's why today Omotosho actually boasted in the last court hearing that is going to end the case. That was going to end the case today. But today we've seen another adjournment, and that has sparked across the Igbo race all over the world. Outcry, crying foul that federal government of Nigeria just subjected MAZI NNAMDI KANU to this kind of trauma. Simple, because he's an Igbo man. It is too obvious. Because MAZI NNAMDI KANU is an Igbo man today, he actually wins. And instead of striking out this case, he promises he's going to strike it out again and again and again. At the end of the day, he compromises today. Because today we all in diaspora, Biafra lovers, Biafra faithfuls, Biafrans, expected James Omotosho to actually pin down federal government legal team that they are coming without concrete evidence. They are playing the court. Why? Because they believe that Tinubu Bola Ahmed, the man that is under this administration watch, has been paying mercenaries. Yeah, Asorok has been paying mercenaries to testify, foul against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. But God has it in such a way that the testifier masquerading around has no facts. That's why they put on mask. Who is the man? Who are the men behind the mask? Juwakwamo. See, kana gonu MAZI NNAMDI KANU ne win in aga. O win go mbe Buhari nachi. Ne win kita Tinubu nachi. And the federal government has no evidence so far to be holding this man. The executive order is the reason why MAZI NNAMDI KANU is still, in DSS facilities. Not the law, not the courts, not even the judiciary, but the power of the day is the one responsible. Continuation of Igbo mass marginalization, oppression, suppression, exploitation is MAZI NNAMDI KANU's continuation, incarcerated. In incarceration, why he won when Buhari was there, now that Tinubu has illegitimately, absconded with MAZI Peter Greg Obi's mandate given to him by the Yorubas. Are you surprised? I'm saying by the Yorubas. The origin of Labour Party today is from Mimiko. The former governor of Ondo State contested under Labour for the first time and he won. And today we actually streamline reasons why Obi actually, become the flag bearer of Labour Party as advised by his friend Boris Johnson of Britain. And he actually did, when the Labour Party that won in Australia actually advised Obi to contest under Labour Party. It was a blessing. It was what? A blessing. A benchmark blessing. Today, we've seen Obi winning. Everybody is supporting Obi winning. And today, I just want to tell you that Yoruba, they don't support Tinubu. The Hausas, actually, I don't know why. Maybe because of Muslim ticket, behaved as if they actually did. in the past. But presently, the Hausas are crying foul that Tinubu should step down or resign. That is not doing the needful. They expected Tinubu to favor them due to Muslim ticket. Meaning, these northerners, out of religious bigotry, voted Tinubu the wrong person whose cap is this time around oversized, putting on an oversized cap, meaning he is clueless, he is not competent enough to wear the cap. Instead of returning the cap to the owner, I'm telling you, Tinubu is still wumbling and fumbling, giving executive order to return MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in DSS facilities, though he has won at the court level, both Supreme Court and Appeal Court. What is the need of bringing up fresh charges against MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, who has been set free many years ago by Supreme Court? Many, attorney generals and judges are coming. We are coming. They actually came from various countries to know how Appeal Court will actually outsmart the Supreme Court. It has never happened anywhere in the world. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is supposed to be working freely, but they stopped him. A man who has never ever committed incitement of violence, orchestrating terrorism across Nigeria, while the people that actually did that in the past are working freely. Why? They are not Igbos. They are the Fulanis. They are not Igbos. They are the Yorubas. After all, Chondi Bowo committed some offense MAZI Nnamdi Kanu committed today. They are holding MAZI Makanobu Onyibo. Ogini Melo. Igbo na-ekwenu ya. Igbo na-ekwenu Igbophobia. Igbo na-ekwenu anti-Semitism. Igbo na-ekwenu anti-Igbo movement going on across North, sponsored by Fulani Janjaweeds and their Yoruba brothers. We know how it happened that a man who is innocent, who has never hurt a fly, is being held today, while the Fulani Janjaweeds that are committing acts of terrorism, banditry, are going freely today in the forest, in the farmland, grazing on people's crops, as MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, the Nostradamus of our time, prophesied in the past that time shall come. What we're witnessing today across Nigeria, Fulani dominance will take place. That's what Hosi said in the past. Will take place all over Nigeria, killing, maiming, disaliving, unaliving people in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, in the Middle Belt, even in the Hausa land. Federal government is not doing anything because of the large dominance of Fulani Janjaweeds in Nigeria political system. That's why an Igbo man, an innocent man, has been caged since 2015, going through various traumatic, let me say, situations, experiences, and ordeal. Today, whom do we owe this? The people that actually created Nigeria as a nation. Nigeria is not meant to be one country, it's supposed to be a multi-nation, meaning that let Nigeria be structured in such a way that Yoruba man will be on his own, controlling his resources in southwest. Igbo man should be on his own, controlling his natural resources in the southeastern Nigeria, which is straight across from the whole mid belt down to Port Harcourt, River State, even Bayelsa. The whole south were formerly under East Central State of Nigeria. The stories sold by the Fulani Janjaweeds to all these our sister tribes in the southern Nigeria made it impossible for Igbo nation to actually, come to the limelight or chair part of the political leadership of this country. They actually sold various, nasty, divisive stories, to all the coastal line of Biafran tribes, that the Igbos are bad, that the Igbos are this, that the Igbos are that, thereby poisoning the mind of all the Niger Deltans, River State, Bayelsa State, Delta State, Edo State, and so on and so forth. What about Cross River State and Akwa Ibom? They are not left out. These are the stories sold to them. Stories of animosity, market of hostilities were sold to these tribes. And today they turn their back on Igbo land. Could you imagine? Akpabio's father, Patuk, he was part of Okpara regime in the then East Central State of Nigeria. Today, Akpabio is enjoying in the house, Senate president, legislating against the Igbo man, ordering the military operation that is going on now in the southeastern Nigeria, whereby the whole youth, so in Imo State, although Ihiala at large, Asia, Mbede, Uli, also in many Ihiala time, Uzawa, have been subjected to this incessant military operation that has killed over 1 million Igbos since inception of invitation of military operation by Hope Uzodinma regime in Imo State. Once upon a time, a country that has not been able to get it right since independence. What do we have to do here? The whole Nigeria should join hands together to orchestrate, to start what is going on across the Francophones. The French-speaking countries in West Africa trying, working hard and seriously to take their nations back from the hand grip of the neo-colonialist France. That's their plan, and it has been flopping. Kudos to Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso. This Burkina Faso has been working hard to make sure that French dominance over French-speaking West Africa is come to a halt. It is really indeed a very sweet story that, as I'm talking to you now, analyzing, Ivory Coast, formerly, presently, Côte d'Ivoire is on fire. There is a push there, coup d'etat. Jawara is on the run. Nobody has actually figured out his whereabouts because they are looking for him right now to arrest him in Côte d'Ivoire. Coup in all the French-speaking West Africa, Sahel countries in the north. They are getting the wine up, and it is right time that Algeria strike, Morocco should strike to chase away the French Janjaweeds that have been milking their natural resources, giving them peanuts after tapping all the natural endowment in all these French-speaking countries. The France themselves will just give them peanuts, 25%, while 75% goes to the development of French in Europe. The French are developing, while the actual owners, the Africans that are the owners that house those mineral resources, platinum, lithium, oil, gold, diamond, are just being given peanuts. An abomination. Africa, the dark continent, is no longer the dark continent because the French themselves have brought to their knees begging. I'm telling you that Senegal is joining soon. That young man is not going to be, ousted by the Senegalese military, but he's going to stand Gidibam on his own. Make sure that he dismantled the French domineering, attitude over Senegal. Domineering regime, domination regime, nation of domination. France in Europe is dominating, making dry the resources in Libya, making dry the resources in Senegal, Côte d'Ivoire, Mali, all the Francophones in West Africa, in the Sahel, countries of deserts. Today is a wake-up call, just like an Arab Spring, just like Francophones, let me say, commotion going on right now. Yes, the Francophone Spring, I name it. They have come to recognize where they come from. That Africa has been the engine house of European countries' development in infrastructural, amenities, while the African countries are left behind, riddling in pain of multidimensional poverty. Wow, single currency was actually mandated for all these French-speaking countries. CFA in Côte d'Ivoire, in Cameroon, CFA in Burkina Faso, in Togo, CFA as a currency in Niger, Mali, Senegambia, everywhere, even Guinea-Bissau is not left out, Guinea-Conakry is not left out. They are all using the, let me say, the CFA, franc, the currency that the French has actually, legalized for use in those countries. It is too bad with the black man. A continent God blessed with gold, diamond, uranium, lithium, all manners of precious gold. We are today in lack. While the same people we believe that we have separated, as a result of independence, regained countries many years ago, are the one enjoying our milk and honey here. What do we have? Nigerian president is the chairman or president of ECOWAS, aligning together with the West to bring down Africa, West Africa countries down. You see it, we are causing opposition, enmity and hostilities that these francophones might rise up against Nigeria one day. It is time that could actually tell. I'm telling you, Cote d'Ivoire is getting it right. Niger has gotten it right. And Burkina Faso himself, Captain Ibrahim Traore, is leading the war. He's always at the war front, bringing down all the Fulani militias paid by the French themselves to tackle Burkina Faso, governments. The Burkina Babes themselves, the citizens of Burkina Faso are with Ibrahim, Captain Traore, to actually make sure he's not being disallowed or removed or exterminated through purge, coup plots. Over 20 coup plots. This young man escaped all of them. What do you expect? That's why Russia ran back to Africa here, making sure that they gave him all the needed security, supplying Burkina Faso government with all the combating drones, unmanned aircraft loaded with barrages of rockets, and they are doing it right. They are getting it right. Why? The Burkina Babes are all on the street to protect their president. The Burkina Babes are all on the street to protect and fortify their loved leader, Ibrahim Traore, a 36-year-old Burkina Babes. In fact, they are getting it right. And what is Nigeria waiting for? Because of religion, Nigeria is not doing anything. Fulani has actually held the southwestern Nigeria with their Islamic alliance. Yes, making them to believe that they are their brothers, while the Fulanis are enjoying such dominance. A tribe that is not up to 10 million in Nigeria, while we, other tribes, joined together, we are more than 200 million. Why? These are my questions before Nigerian greedy Nigerian politicians, Draco Potosanda, the ravenous wolves that are in control of this country, bringing Nigeria down as a dwarf, once upon a giant of Africa that is now crawling like a cripple. I'm telling you, NNAMDI KANU has won. Nigeria has no case against MAZI NNAMDI KANU. KANU has no case to answer. The like of his personality is Ibrahim Traore, the president of Mali, the president of Burkina Faso, the president of Senegal, the current junta trying to dominate in Ivory Coast. Jawara, Ivorian president, is on the run. Oga, where are you running to? You can't escape the wrath of Ivorians because you're not getting it right. Instead, you are dancing around with France, supporting white skin against your black brothers because of selfish interests. The interest that is benefited by only your kinsmen, your family, your wife, your children, who are right now enjoying in Europe, maybe in France or in America. I'm telling you that we are watching and we are waiting for good result of what is happening in Cote d'Ivoire today. Cote d'Ivoire is under fire. Yakamu. I'm calling God Almighty to make sure He give us good answer. What I mean, answer our prayers so that Jawara, the Ivorian president, should be what? He must be deposed. He must run. He must abscond into Europe for shelter and the protection. Because the fire has broken out. And no need of quenching it. No one to kill it. The entire Ivorians are on the street to give support to the Ivorian military. What does that spell? African civilian regime is worse than any bad, intolerable junta regime in Africa. Look at what happened during Babangida regime. Sorry. Babangida executed more than 100 projects in Nigeria, being the best, the most workable, the most worked, certified or justified president in Nigeria, giving us artificial dam, many in northern Nigeria, giving us the various employment establishments we have in Nigeria today. Is from Babangida, is from Abacha. Even Obasanjo, the former, military, could not have even equated Babangida's achievement, though he was elected second time as a civilian president. Civilian, No, he runs a dictative government. I'm not trying to narrate him. He did not get it right. But I'm telling you that currently we are looking forward to be like the French, the Francophones. Once upon a time, a country that has failed under democracy. What we are seeing here is a Yahutocracy, not democracy anymore. Akpabio is there with his crops of lawmakers doing themselves good. Not even the Nigerians that actually voted them in. They went there and become what? Our masters, dictators and tyrants. I'm telling you that time has come for Nigerians to redefine our infantile democracy. A democracy that is just 25 years old. No, 26 years old. It's not being stable anymore. Because our politicians have turned themselves to greedy lions, wolves and foxes. And I'm telling you, NNAMDI KANU is going to come out free. Biafra KANU won today because all the witnesses against the defensive council, the legal team of MAZI NNAMDI KANU, against KANU himself, they are all BSS, denying in connivance with federal government forces to abduct or kidnap MAZI NNAMDI KANU from Kenya. Why denying it? A crime we know you all committed. You are now denying it because you are in the position of the executive department. That's why you are telling all manners of lies in the court, backing up your witnesses and your evidences with no documents. Every question from the defense counsel is rebuffed with no, I don't know. No, I don't know. What are you doing in the court? Why are you coming forward to masquerade? Who and what do you mean by committing such unjustified blunder? Unjustified blunder. You are supposed to get out of there, my friend. You don't know what you are doing. You are just committing impunity, testifying against an Igbo man, because Igbo man has no backup from other tribes. They hate Igbo man with passion. Why? Because they are largely blessed by God after Nigerian Biafran Civil War. Since 1970, there is another war raging across Nigeria against Igbo man. They feel that we don't know, but we know more than they know. NNAMDI KANU is supposed to come out. He has won again in the court. All the witnesses, they have failed. They are coming out with fake witnesses because they are mercenaries, beer parlor mercenaries, who are coming to forward to testify against MAZI NNAMDI KANU without backing it up with documents, without backing it up with, let me say, tactile evidences that are tangible. Yes, that's what I mean. You see it again, federal government of Nigeria and their defense and their prosecution, council. They are failing, and they are failing down the abyss. Failure is their name. The testifiers, dead on arrival, failure on arrival. They don't have any reason whatsoever to nail MAZI NNAMDI KANU today at the courts. I'm telling you, why are they trying NNAMDI KANU secretly, projecting the idea of kangaroo courts, military tribunal, military court martialing, is it? Because they don't have the point again. I'm telling you, MAZI NNAMDI KANU is vindicated. He has won again. The winning streak is ongoing. It is his destiny. A man abducted illegally. Extraordinary rendition from NAIROBI, Kenya. He's on it again. He is winning and he's winning. Americans are seeing it. United Nations is aware that MAZI NNAMDI KANU is suffering for no just cause in the court of law in Nigeria. Once upon a time, a country that has actually absconded from justice into domain of injustice. Many tyrannical system going on here. Our democracy is no longer a democracy. Our federalism is no longer a federalism, but monkey quasi-federalism. Nigeria is not a federal state. Rather, Fulani Janjaweed has used Islamic religion to destroy this part of the world. Thank you so much. You are all welcome. Thank you so much. You are welcome to Dot Nation News. Subscribe from my channel. Do me a favor, subscribe. If you watch this channel, subscribe. So that each and every time I come to do another program or analysis, it is going to pop up on your handset and you will begin to watch me again. Please subscribe from Dot Nation News. Come down to the comment section. Let us discuss. The DSS are denying every accusation from the defensive team. Of course, the DSS is Department of Executive, bought over by Tinubu administration to nail MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Why fresh charges? I don't know. Why fresh charges? Charges that have been struck out by the Supreme Court. Instead, coming back again. Tinubu has no reason to do that. He just starts afresh, thinking that he's gonna nail him. Tinubu should go to the courtroom to receive lecture from the accused MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, who is very, very versatile, mastering all the constitutionalities of Nigeria, quoting international laws, local laws for the prosecution team of Federal Republic of Nigeria to know that he knows more than they know. Thank you, and you are welcome. My name is Sere, man. MAZI Raf Tresvant Mbuchi. Thank you so much, and God bless you all for watching.